So I was going to do a detailed video about the next stage of the North Brisbane Bikeway, look at the history of the project, how it evolved from being known as the Albion-Wooloowin Death Corridor to a high quality cycleway with just one piece of the puzzle left to connect it to the Kedron Brook Bikeway, and how that last piece of the puzzle has been tried twice before and scuttled by these two men who allegedly represent their community. And how Brisbane City Council is being smart in utilising quiet local streets with a soft touch approach to finish the job, rather than an expensive and challenging task to build the cycleway on constrained road corridors. But when I attended the community consultation and talked to some of the residents who had concerns about the plans, something struck me. Aside from the way the council officers were being very passionately engaged,
these people are members of a community that care about where they live. So what I hear when I'm being yelled at is people caring loudly at me.
A number of people were referring to the cyclists. I have nothing against the cyclists. The cyclists don't use the bikeway, they ride on the road, that sort of thing. Some tried to show they were a little more evolved by saying their best mate is a cyclist and a customer of theirs is a cyclist. So I'm very aware of cyclists now when I'm driving. Well, that's nice. Outgrouping is something familiar to anyone involved in advocacy for active transport infrastructure. People who don't ride a bicycle see those who do as some weird other that they don't understand and isn't part of their community. Sometimes they recognise that they have people they know who do cycle, but they haven't quite connected it that means cyclists are part of their community and that supporting cycling infrastructure is a good thing to do. So, what is a cyclist? They're cyclists. They're cyclists. They're cyclists. They're cyclists. He's a cyclist. They're cyclists. She's a cyclist. She's a cyclist. They're cyclists. He's a scooterer. That's right, cyclists are all of us. The people that these projects benefit the most are those who are not yet cycling. Those who would love to leave their car at home, but road environments like this last 1400 metres between the North Brisbane Bikeway and Kedron Brook Bikeway are a deterrent. But yet, these three stooges seem to think that building this bikeway will increase noise, congestion, undesirables in their community. Not that it will make it safer and more appealing for more people to leave their cars at home. They have nothing against the cyclists, they just want them going somewhere else. But where exactly? I mean, this isn't the first time Councillor McLachlan has actively worked against a proposal here. In 2018, Council proposed this route. Councillor McLachlan fanned the flames of community dissent to kill it. In 2019, they proposed this route, which actually doesn't connect the existing bikeway, but rather acts as a western diversion. Councillor McLachlan again sided with a small number of community members and killed it. Oddly, this is the route he says should now be built, even though it would mean the cycleway completed by TMR in the last 2 years, along the alignment agreed between State Government and Brisbane City Council 10 years ago, would be orphaned. But I have nothing against the cyclists, he says. He just wants them to go somewhere else. Anywhere else. While I listened to people talk about their concerns at the consultation, there were two legitimate issues that can be addressed with some tweaks to the design. One was that by removing the right turn out of Keith Street, it will send more rat-running drivers down Sydney Street and Park Avenue. The other was that adding a new cycle crossing traffic light at Keith Street will mean there's too many sets of lights in quick succession. A solution to both of these problems could be to run the bikeway further down Junction Road to the existing pedestrian crossing, widening that and sending the bike route down Park Avenue instead of Keith. The other concern was that the treatments in the quiet streets looked a bit over-engineered. The option for the cycle street is the softest touch, basically just a 40km/h speed limit and some speed platforms. That wouldn't change the function of the streets or the feel very much at all. Consultation closes on the 19th of November, this Friday. Check the link in the description and go and fill in the survey in support of this bikeway, because the cyclists need your support.